Hello everyone and welcome to ICM's midday session. It's a bit quiet in the market today, but we're still witnessing the same rally similar to last week. The dollar is weakening against other major currencies except for the British pound, which is trading in a sideways mode ahead of some Brexit developments. So let's start with the euro dollar, which is also tackling higher, moving towards its highest levels in a couple of months, targeting 120 level, which was previously a key reversal zone here. And back then we started seeing some officials of the central bank talking about the impact of a strong dollar, of a strong euro on the economic recovery. So we expect this to start showing up again. So the next resistance zone for the euro dollar definitely is 120, which is the psychological level also, and the previous resistance. For higher levels of resistance, we can just go to previous to previous stops, where a clear one was near almost 2090. So these are the possible resistance levels for the euro dollar in the coming hours. Moving to also to smaller time frames to check which could be a key reversal zone, or maybe the first hint of a reversal or weakening momentum. You can just draw the trend line, which is combining the previous three bottoms, and any drop back below this trend line could lead to just a drop, could lead to another weakness on the pair, and maybe this could drive prices again lower. So as long as we're just tackling it, going into higher highs and staying above 1940 level, which was previously a resistance before this slow drawback, this could mean that the bulls are still in momentum. However, when we fall back below the trend line and below 1940, we could have higher chances of dropping back again below 119 to almost 1880. So these are the key levels for the euro against the United States dollar. Moving to the British pound against the dollar, we're seeing just a sideways move inside almost 130 pip range. So the top is capped by 134, and the bottom here we're having like a couple of supports between 132.80 and 133 zone. So if we just go back to the previous chart, we can just highlight this area here to be the area that we're finding at some buying pressure. Also previously we were finding some selling pressure. You can see here it acted as resistance 1, 2, and then support 1, 2, 3, and 4, and currently we also bounced back from this zone. So this is the sideways, or the zone that we're trading in. Any breakout of this zone could just lead us into a directional move. The dollar against the Japanese yen, nothing much happening on the pair on the smaller picture, but if we just go for certain the trend lines, you can just draw the previous trend line combining the previous bottoms and the trend line combining the previous tops, and you can see how we're just trading inside similar to a triangle, where we are waiting some key developments in order to trade directionally again. So this is the formation that's happening on the dollar against the Japanese yen. Key levels remain 103.60 and 103.16 on the downside, while on the upside 104.75 ahead of 105.60, 105.50 remains the key levels. So these are the key levels for the dollar against the Japanese yen. The dollar against the Swiss franc, we saw a drop late last week, a sharp drop, but still we were just having some support near the previous bottoms. This area here was key previously, between almost 90.20, 90.30. You can see here how many times we just bounced off this price. On the bigger picture, the dollar against the Swiss franc, we're in a bigger consolidation zone that we're trading at. So we've been finding support near almost 89.90, 90.20, 90.30, and resistance slightly below 92 zone. So you can just highlight it in a much clearer way that this area, these key levels, we were finding support near the lowest level and resistance near the upper level. So this is just the picture on the smaller, on the bigger time frames. But since we're seeing the dollar is weakening against everything, and the Swiss franc usually moves with the euro, so if we just expect the euro to cross above 120, you could also expect the dollar against the Swiss franc to move lower than 0.9 again. The Australian dollar against the United States dollar, we're trading higher, but still we're having like sideways higher move. It's not a clear one-way path. We're having some drawbacks inside the upper move, but still as long as we're above 73.40, bulls are in control, with the target to be 74.15, 74.30, the previous resistances. We almost tackled 74.05 earlier today, 06, but closer 74.15, the previous stop. You can just see it here, where we expect some resistance around it, while support remains at 73.40. The New Zealand dollar against the United States dollar is still on the upside move, trading near its highest levels since almost 2018. Above 70, we're approaching to the 70.50 area. You can just also draw a trend line combining the previous stops, where we're finding some setbacks from the tops, while the downside or any break back below this trend line could lead to a bigger correction on the current move that we're witnessing. But still, on the bigger picture, the New Zealand dollar is supported, and we're seeing a rally higher. If we just want to go back to previous levels in order to highlight some key zones. So here we're just closing into a previous resistance level between almost near 70.60. It was a key level, so watch out for any break back above it. As I used to mention earlier, we could be heading towards a sideways move on the New Zealand dollar against the United States dollar between 0.69, 0.72 for a while. So this is for the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar against the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. So going to smaller time frames, we're seeing the Canadian dollar just strengthening ahead as the dollar is weakening. We're still trading inside the downside channel, the bigger picture. So you can just draw this channel where we currently are trading at the bottom of this channel. So watch out for this zone here. It's clear if we break back below it, we could be approaching towards 129.27, while any reversal back above it could just lead to a bigger correction on the move. You can just draw a trend line combining the previous tops, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 making this trend line valid. If you if you suspect further downside, so you can just draw a channel by using this trend line. You can just draw the parallel line for this channel, and we could be expecting some support or some targets near almost 128.90 if the market continues to the downside. Going back to gold, is just trading lower today. So we had the drop towards 1765 previously, which was ahead of this rally. We noticed the 1765 was a clear top here, and we found support exactly at this top. We had a reversal during the day, slightly towards 1883, but now we're retesting this low again. Further support comes near 1740, while we need definitely a break back above. In order to be on a better side, we definitely need to move back above 1800, and on the closer picture above 1790. So this is a key area for gold, and trading back above it could be a little bit more bullish. So this is all for gold. Moving to silver, we're just also having some downside, approaching the previous support zone, which is almost near 2165. So watch out for some support here, and any break could lead to a retest towards 2080 on silver. The Dow Jones, we're trading still sideways, following the rally last week, the strong rally. We're seeing a corrective move. You can just draw the trend line combining the previous bottoms here, and wait for if you're waiting for some dips to buy the market again, if you believe that the market is going to continue back to the upside. So this is for the Dow Jones. Definitely moving back above 30,000 is just bullish again, and maybe we could be retesting higher highs. So we could just draw this channel here and suspect some move to the upside towards 30,530 during later this week. So this is for the Dow Jones. The WTI was softer on the day. Everyone is waiting for OPEC. Now there are some expectations that OPEC could be going to extending the current cuts. However, it's not easy for the members to agree. We're just seeing some hesitation and just extending the cuts. So this is just going to be a tough call, where if the cuts weren't extended, maybe we could be witnessing a drop or a move back lower for at least breaking below the previous stop of almost 43.20. So this could be the case in a case of not extending the output cuts, while extending output cuts is almost slightly priced for 3 months. So this is just gonna be a bit bullish for the prices. And so on the technical picture, we're trading inside this channel. So any disappointment from OPEC Plus could just lead to a retest at the bottom of the channel, sideways move, and then another move lower towards this support zone near almost 40.30. While a stronger outcome, or an outcome that could support oil prices, maybe an extension for another 6 months, which is a bit far to be agreed on, could lead to a retest towards 47 and maybe another extension higher towards almost $49 per barrel. This is all for today's session. I would just like to remind you that all the information, news, analysis, and opinions mentioned in this session, they're only for educational purposes and shouldn't be taken as a signal whether to buy or to sell any financial instrument, and ICM doesn't provide any investment advice. This is all for now. Wish you safe trading. Thank you.